We go.
Hey everybody, this is my name is Rick Banks, and this is my wife.
Lawanda.
And here we come here just to kind of share some things with you, whatever's on our heart. We really don't have an agenda, but we just want to kind of share some things with you. We believe that God has great things for us, and put some on our heart. We have something to say, and we just want to kind of flow with it. And we're gonna be coming to you with certain things, and she's gonna be posting some questions. But listen, we got something that's great. I believe that when we begin to share some things, not so much us, but when we begin to share some things with you, it's gonna change some lives. I believe, and we believe that why we're here is to add value, to change lives, to add that. What is it?
Speak truth.
Yeah, speak truth. Just to tell the truth, just to share some things with you. We ain't gonna be here that long, but we just want to share some things. We think God is doing some great and awesome things in this time of our lives, and we want to share it. We want to take you on that road to success, and you actually see success happening right before our eyes, because we seeing it as you're seeing it. All right, so this is my wife.
Hi. Well, I was thinking the other day, and I was like, I hear people say they hate their jobs, they want to do something different, but when it time to make a change, it's that I'm afraid to, because I'm in my comfort zone, because I know I'm gonna get that check every week and that kind of stuff. And I wanted to pose the question to Pastor Rick is, why do you think people are so afraid? Why we don't really step out on faith when we know, or even not even knowing that God said something, but just knowing that you want to do something better for yourself, for your family, for your loved ones, for your children, grandchildren, and when the opportunity comes, we shy back from stuff. Why do we do that?
Well, I think for one, fear is real. Fear is something that may or may not ever come to pass. But to yourself, I believe, because of your thinking, I believe you can make up fear and make it a bigger monster than it really is. To tackle fear, you got to build some confidence in you. There are several ways to build confidence in you. I believe that. Studied it, and to actually get rid of fear, you got to begin to build a confidence that you can actually do something. If you fearing and you scared to move out, God told you to do something, you really scared to move out, and because of that monster fear, we just have to begin to put some in us, begin to put a whole new level of belief in us, so that we can conquer that fear. Fear is real, but we make it bigger. But fear is something that you can conquer. I believe that.
So do you think fear and somebody being scared is considered the same thing?
Fear or scared?
Yeah. Are they the same thing?
I don't necessarily think it's fear is an emotion. When you're talking about being scared, it protects you.
But that's not an emotion?
Yeah, that protects you. I believe it protects you. You get ready to put your hand on something, or you go into a room or something, and you start getting fearful. It may be there. It may be something that's in your gut to kind of stop you from doing that. You're kind of scared. That's almost scared. But I believe we're talking about we're on the same page.
No, I was just wondering, because some people say they fearful of stepping out, and some of them say they scared to step out. Are they considered the same thing?
I don't think so. I think stepping out is something that because of your environment, because of what you've been taught, what you've been listening to, it has a big part to play. People are scared to make a mistake. They're scared to they not so much they scared of change, but they just scared to, what if this don't work? They have all kind of things in their mind that if it don't work, I may revert back to this. So they're scared to do it because of what they have put inside of them. But you can change that.
How?
I think you change that by putting good things in. Put whatever you put in you, begin to develop a belief system. Fear kind of runs away because you believe different. And for instance, me and you doing different businesses. We got different income streams, and we stepped out in something big. We stepped away from our what's normal, what our normal jobs. that normal of getting a paycheck at the end of at every Friday. We get a paycheck. We get comfortable with that, and that's what we want. We stepped away from that to do what we believe where God's calling us. So it was a level of fear and scared to do that. But at one point, at a point in your life, I believe you have to build up yourself in faith, and build up yourself and begin to put things in you. Make a decision, make a commitment. You make a decision, you make a commitment, and put everything in order, and then jump. Everything ain't gonna be there, but you gotta jump out there and do what you think God is calling you to do.
Grow your wings on the way down.
You gotta grow your wings when you jump. You might not have no wings, but you gotta grow those wings as you falling, and they'll catch you. There are certain things that you gotta do. You gotta set some goals. Now you begin to build confidence because you sin and look at those goals every single day. Put in your mind that you can actually achieve this, and if you don't see yourself doing that, you're not gonna do it. I mean, you're gonna get so scared because you don't see yourself doing it. You and then you're gonna run back to what you're comfortable with. You're gonna run back to your comfort zone. If your comfort zone is your broke zone, I'm just gonna tell that. Is that true? Your comfort zone is your broke zone. Yeah. Whatever you're comfortable with, if you stay there, you're not gonna. That's your broke zone. Let me just say it that way.
Especially if you don't even like it.
No.
A job you don't like.
Nah, 80%
people you work with you don't like.
No.
But you still stay there.
But you're satisfied. And you familiar with every Friday, at least I get a paycheck. Well, studies showing right now, at least I get a paycheck is keeping a lot of people broke. Wow. A lot of people dissatisfied, stressing, and not stepping out on what they know they can do. Stepping out on that confidence.
Yeah, that's so funny because Tiara mentioned yesterday about our daughter. She mentioned yesterday about some guy who had shot his boss and himself, and I was like, dude, if you didn't like your job, why didn't you just leave? But it's like, why do we go? It's like we feel hopeless if we don't have that security that we're gonna have that paycheck at the end of the week.
Yeah, most people. That was built. Let me say this. That was built up in people that you gotta have. You gotta. One of the things that we learned and we're studying about is old rules and new rules of money. In our company that we started, old rules of money is go to school, get a good job, and work for 40 years, for 40 hours a week, 40 years, and at the end of those 40 years, you retire. Listen to me very, very closely. That's gone. That's not happening. People are not keeping jobs that long anymore. That dream have died a long time ago. You're going to have to step out, begin to put some things in place. Give God something to work with. Put some in your hand. Give him something to work with so he can bless. Yeah. Most people have the blessing all around them. Not blessings, but the blessing all around them. But they won't step out in anything because of that little thing, or it could be a big thing, called fear. Something that may be or may not ever come to pass in your life. But it's going to keep you in that same small place, never jumping out, never realizing who you really are. And I think that plays a lot into why people are so scared to actually do something. You don't even know if you can do it or you can't do it. I think you can do it. I think there's greatness inside. God puts so much power, so much treasure inside of every one of us. But we won't ever tap into that treasure because that little thing called fear, and I'm scared to change. I'm scared that I just won't make it. But what if you do make it?
Wow.
What if you make it? What if there's a time in a season that you'll make it this time? But because of that fear, because of change, that's what held me back so long. I was afraid of what I'm gonna miss. I'm afraid of what I may not ever get to. But there comes a time when you have to just jump. Everything is never gonna be in place. Everything is never gonna be let me say it this way, because I want you to hear me. Everything is not gonna all be in the right place for you to move. But I tell you what will be there is that unction that you keep hearing every day. It's telling you to get up and move. Get up. It's time to set some things up. It's time to run hard. It's time to get up early. It's time to grab some books, go to some conferences, learn some things. And let me just say this, and I keep saying that, let me say this. But let me say this.
Again.
People can't hear you, can't see you. Let me say this. That God have made you so that you can grow all the time. And the minute you stop growing, it's the minute you begin to die. You might not be buried yet, but if you ain't growing, you dying. So you got to begin to grow. You got to begin to put some things in you. You got to begin to listen to something every single day. I listen to the word all the time. I listen to books and tapes, people speaking, conferences, mentors that I have. Just listen to them. John Maxwell, Les Brown, all of these mentors. I'm listening to them because they got something I want. And if you listen to them constantly and begin listening to good tapes, good positive people that's speaking into your lives, you're going to begin to see change. Even though you're saying to yourself that ain't nothing going to change. I'm telling you, things going to change because you're going to start making different decisions because you're hearing different things. You are the sum total of who you hang around, the books you read. You're the sum total of that. And we believe that. We believe there's greatness inside of you.
Yes.
We believe that's why we're here. I don't even know why we're talking like this, but I'm telling you. My wife, the one that wanted to, she said, I wanted to get on YouTube. I want to get on Facebook. I want to start sharing something. And I was like, well, I don't know what I'm doing. All I know is there is something to say.
Yeah.
And I probably didn't talk too much. She needed to talk.
That's okay. That's okay because we almost out of time. We want to try to limit this to no more than 15 minutes that we empower, give you some nuggets for life. But we want to...
Hey, that's a good one. Nuggets.
Oh, we still trying to work on a title, so that's why he said that. So we, with that, we're going to close you now. We declare that you be blessed and join us the next time.
And tell them to go for it. Tell them to go for it.
Oh, you just told them that.
All right. Yep. Listen, go for it.
Go for it.
Listen, there's a dream that everybody had a dream. I don't know what happened to that dream, but you had a dream. So it's time to live your dream. It's time to go for it. It's time to put it together.
Right.
And we right here with you.
All right. We are. So see you next week.
Thank you for listening, y'all.
Good night.
Good night.
Be blessed.
Good night, good day. And if we don't see them again, good night.